as we are meeting only once in a week, நிறைய நாளைக்கு அப்புறம் மீட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கு. Anyways, nice meeting you all. Okay, and at least we are having weekly one day, right? So very good. And keep practicing on our other days. Okay, even if you are not able to join the classes because of your workload, I understand. Also Keshavamurthy sir shared the status of the company that people are very busy. Okay, so definitely your work is more important, but keep practicing. Okay, whenever you get free time you can watch the recording, and also not only these recordings, you can also search for some other materials that you will get through internet, so that you can develop yourself, you can hone your skills, your vocabulary, your word power. Okay, so don't just depend only on our classes, or also you have to do some homework. Okay, no need to depend anyone to do homework nowadays, because since we are all are having mobile phones in our hands, especially smartphones, and if there is a proper internet connection, whatever material you want, you can get it from there. Fine. So anyways, we can start the session. So today we are starting the parts of speech. Okay, so parts of speech is something that constitutes the language. Okay, there are 8 parts of speech in English. 8 parts of speech. And these 8 parts of speech are like the 8 pillars of the language. Okay, it is like how a pillar is important in a house. Okay, if there are 4 pillars in a house, even if one pillar breaks, the balance of the house gets affected, right? Similarly, there are 8 pillars in English language, and these 8 pillars are called the parts of speech. So I think you have already taken down the names of the parts of speech, right? So I will just present that names once again, so that we can have a discussion. Like all the people were not there in the last class. Okay, so just a minute. There are totally 8 parts of speech. The first one is okay, noun is the first part of speech, and then comes pronoun.
Adekam sir, you can switch off your mic for a while.
Yes, sir. The mic can be switched
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Now it's clear. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, thank you. Other way, recording also the same disturbance will be heard. Yeah. Okay. So the first part of speech is nouns. Okay. Noun is the first part of speech. So nouns are names of people, names of persons, places, things, anything that is called a noun. So I think this screen was presented on last class also. Okay, so noun comes first, and after that comes the pronoun. Okay, I also changed the order. I asked you to write in a different order. First comes noun, and then comes pronoun. After that comes verb, and then comes adjective, then adverb, and the last three can be written in the same order: preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Okay, so why I asked you to change the order was we will be studying in the different order. That is, first we will learn noun. Not only in our class, wherever you go, if you are going to a grammar class, no, you will not learn verb first. First எங்கேயுமே போய் verb படிக்க மாட்டீங்க. Okay, not only in this class. First day வந்து they will focus only on nouns. After nouns, then we can move to pronouns. Okay, because nouns replace பண்ற words தான் pronouns. The words that replaces a noun is called a pronoun. And then comes verb. Verbs are nothing but actions. Any action is called a verb. And then the next is adjective. Adjectives are words that describes a noun. Adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. Okay, then adverb. An adverb is a word that describes a verb. Then comes preposition. Prepositions are small words like in, on, at, off, over, under, above, etc. that shows the relation in the relation between the parts of a sentence. Like without prepositions, we cannot write some sentences. Then comes conjunction. Conjunctions are called linking words. They will just join the words or phrases in a sentence. They are also called connecting words or linking words. And finally comes interjection. Interjection is like words of surprise. Words of surprise like wow, oh god, oops, alas. All these are like just like exclamatory words. Right? So first and foremost part of speech that we have to study is noun. Okay? So what is meant by a noun? It is the name of a person, place, thing, or emotion. Okay, a noun is nothing but the name of a person, place, thing, or emotion. So noun is learned in all the schools, in all the classes in English language. When the English teacher comes, definitely she will teach about nouns in any class. If you were in your school or college, you would have definitely known this part of speech. Now let's check what is the noun. So a name of a person, place, thing, animal, bird, emotion or quality is called a noun. Okay, so why am I teaching you nouns now? That is, since this is a communicative English class, okay, you might think why we have to learn the parts of speech now. Why can't we directly go to some communication? If you have to understand the rules for communication, there are certain rules for communication, right? Every language will have certain rules. For example, if I ask you what is your name, instead of that, if I ask you what are your name, that is a wrong sentence. I can only ask what is your name. I can't ask what are your name. So instead of are, I am using is. So why am I using is? What is the reason for that? About over a rule there is a reason. Except some kind of special cases, exceptions are vitrilla. Okay, apart from that, there are some apart from exceptions, every rule or every part has a reason. Every rule has a reason. So if you have to know that reason, then you should learn in a fundamental way only. You must first know the foundation. Only then you can understand the rules. Otherwise, you will have a lot of questions. Why this is like this? And why not like that? Why this is like in this way and not in that way? Okay, so it is to avoid such confusion, we are learning in a step-by-step process. Clear? Okay, so nouns are names of a person, place, thing, animal, birds, emotion or quality. Nouns will sometimes begin with capital letters. So as we know, noun can be a name of a person, a place, thing, animal, etc. So when we are mentioning the name of a person or place, definitely it should be in capital letter. For example, if I am writing the name Kavya, or if I am writing the name Priya, okay, if I am writing my best friend is Priya, or Priya is my best friend, definitely it is the name of a person. So I have to capitalize the letter P in Priya or K in Kavya. Similarly, New Delhi is the capital of India. So New Delhi is the name of a place. So N in New and D in Delhi have to be capitalized. Okay, so the names of persons and places must be capitalized, and especially if they come in the beginning of the sentence, surely it will be capitalized because all sentences should begin only in capital letters. We also know that rule, right? Every sentence should begin only in capital letter. Nouns will sometimes begin with capital letters, and the most important rule is that a noun can come anywhere in a sentence. This is very important. Some people will think nouns will come only in the beginning of a sentence. Not at all. A noun can come anywhere in a sentence. It can appear anywhere in a sentence. And if it comes in the beginning, imagine if a noun comes in the beginning. For example, as I told, Priya is my best friend. So here Priya is the noun that comes in the first part of a sentence. That is the first word in the sentence. So here Priya comes in the beginning. So at that time it is called a subject. Okay. So when a noun comes in the beginning of a sentence, it is called a subject. If it comes in the end of a sentence, it is called an object. Please understand, if a noun comes in the first part of a sentence, it is called the subject, and if it comes in the end of a sentence, it is called the object. And when it comes in the middle, we don't call it in any name. It is neither subject nor object. It is just a noun, that's all. If it comes in the beginning, we call it specifically as subjects. But it is not necessary that nouns should always come in the form of subjects or objects. A noun can come anywhere in a sentence. Okay, and if it comes in the first part, definitely nouns will begin with capital letters. So these are the basic rules that you have to understand about a noun. Now we have a few examples. Babu is running a hotel. Her name is Aditi. Taj Mahal is situated in Agra, New Delhi. So here you can see Babu is running a hotel. So Babu is the name of a person and it is the first noun. Babu is the name of a person, that is the first noun, and it is the subject also because it comes in the first place. Babu is the subject. Babu is running a what? What is he running? A hotel. So hotel is another noun and it is an object. Hotel is an object. Instead of hotel, you can write restaurant also. Okay, Babu is running a restaurant. Restaurant. So restaurant or hotel both are nouns. Next is her name is Aditi. So here her name is Aditi. So here actually there is no object at all. There is only subject. Aditi is the subject. So you may think Aditi is not coming in the first place. Then how can it be the subject? Here I am talking about one girl's particular name. One particular girl's name. So her name is Aditi. So here Aditi is both the subject and object. And that is in capital letter because it is the name of a person. It is the name of a person, so it is in capital letter. So if you are writing names of people or places, wherever it comes, that doesn't matter. It should be always capitalized. If Aditi comes in the first part, then also it should be capitalized. If it comes in the middle, then also it should be capitalized. And even if it is in the end, in the place of an object, then too it should be capitalized. Next is Taj Mahal is situated in Agra, New Delhi. So Taj Mahal is a famous monument, like one of the 7 wonders of the world. So Taj Mahal, definitely it has to be capitalized. Agra is a place in New Delhi and New Delhi is the capital of India. So there are 3 nouns in this sentence: Taj Mahal, Agra and New Delhi. Here Taj Mahal will be the subject, Agra and New Delhi will be the objects. So nouns, if they appear in the place of subject or object or in the middle, a noun is a noun. Sometimes nouns will be capitalized. Specifically, if you are mentioning the name of a person or place, it will be capitalized. Or if a noun comes in the beginning of a word sentence, then also it will be capitalized. So these are the primary rules to be understood about a noun. If somebody asks you what is a noun, these are the basic rules. Okay. So now let's see. According to the Oxford's text, a noun is a part of speech that helps us to name anything that we see around us. Okay, whatever we see around us can be named, right? நம்மளை சுற்றி இருக்கிற எல்லாத்தையும் we can name. Whatever you see around, you see a blackboard, you see a chalk piece, you see a screen, you see a laptop or mobile phone or computer, chair, table, whatever you name, that is called a noun. So nouns are also called naming words. Okay, nouns are also called naming words. It can be the name of a person, place, thing, animal, emotion or quality. And nouns are categorized into 5 types. This is what is important. Nouns are divided into 5 types. The list goes here: proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns, material nouns and abstract nouns. I repeat: proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns, material nouns and abstract nouns. Very easy to learn and understand. Nothing complicated is there in this section. Okay, so the first and foremost type that we are going to check is proper nouns. Proper, as the name suggests, it is the name of a proper person or a proper place or a proper thing. Names of particular persons, places or objects are called proper nouns. For example, John. John is the name of a particular man. Okay, or if you want even a simple example, for example, if you take my name, Annapurni. Annapurni is the name of a particular girl or a particular lady. Okay, there may be some other Annapurnis. Okay, that's fine. But still it is a particular name. Asharani. Asharani is the name of a particular woman. So that is a noun. Adekalam. Adekalam is the name of a particular person. That is the proper noun. Right? If you study in this way, it will be easy for you. Next is Mike. Mike is the name of a particular man. So Mike or a boy. Okay, so that is also a proper noun. Raman. Again, it's a proper noun. Chennai. It's a particular place. India is a particular country. America is yet another country. So these are proper nouns. Okay. So proper nouns we don't have anything else to learn. The simple concept. Names of particular persons, places or objects. Alright. Now moving to common nouns. You have to know the difference between proper nouns and common nouns. Okay. So first let's see what are common nouns. They are the general names of similar groups of persons, animals or things. So common nouns are the general names general names of similar groups of person, animals or thing. For example, man. Man is a common noun. Okay, any male, any person who is of male gender is called a man. If he is less than 18 years, we may call him a boy. If he is 18 or above, we may call him a man. Similarly, any female who is less than 18 years is called a girl. And if she is 18 or above, then we can call her a woman. Right? So, man, woman, girl, boy, baby, all these are common nouns. This is the common name given to a similar group of persons or similar group of things or similar group of animals. And basically all the countable nouns are considered as common nouns. Countable nouns is nothing but things that we can count. Nouns that we can count are called countable nouns. And those that cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. Okay, so all the countable nouns come under common nouns. Common noun is nothing but, as the name suggests, the common name given to a group of people. As I told you, all the people of male gender are called man. All people of female gender are called woman. Similarly, all places inside a state are called cities or towns. So city, town, that is also a common noun. Okay, all animals that have a tail with 2 ears and what to say, a long mustache. Mustache is mishai. Okay, okay, with such a creature is called a cat. There are different types of cats. That is secondary. Cats are of different types, different colors, different sizes. That is different. But பார்க்கறதுக்கு பூனை மாதிரி இருந்தா that is called a cat. Similarly, dog, an animal which has 4 legs, has a tail, அந்த மாதிரி, if all the specifications are there, then it is called a dog. There are different types of dogs like pugs, dash, Pomeranian, Doberman. That will be a proper noun. Specific type of dog is a proper noun, but the common name dog is a common noun. Similarly, mountain. There are hundreds of mountains in the world, but the common name that we give is mountain. Okay, so these are some common nouns for us to study. Okay, so what is the difference between proper nouns and common nouns? Here goes the question. Proper noun is the specific name given to a particular person or place, whereas common nouns are the general names given to people, places and things. Okay, proper noun is a particular name or a specific name, whereas common nouns is a common or generalized name. Alright, now moving to the third type, collective nouns. So what are collective nouns? Collective, as the name suggests, it shows a collection. So collective nouns are names of groups of persons, animals or things forming a unit or community. So collective nouns are names of groups of persons, animals or things that forms a unit or a community. For example, mob. Mob is a group of people. The public, group of people or the public is called the mob. District, group of towns or group of cities is called a district. State, group of districts is called a state. For example, in the state of Karnataka, there will be a lot of districts. So group of districts is called a state. For example, in Kerala, there are 14 districts. So district is a collection of cities and towns. And collection of districts is called a state. Nation. What is nation? It is a group of states. India has 28 states, right? So it is a collection of states, nation. Police. Police is a group of people wearing khaki uniform to protect our country, to protect the law and order. We can call them police. Okay, and government. Government is a group of social workers who serve for the welfare of the country. So again, government is a collective noun. Okay, so we have a few more examples. Collective nouns are names of groups or sets of persons, animals or things forming a unit. For example, the Indian hockey team played well in the last World Cup. An army safeguards the country. A herd of elephants destroyed the crops. A swarm of bees drove the travelers out of the forest. So here the Indian hockey team played well in the last World Cup. So what is meant by a team? What is a team? Can you answer? Yes. The mic is off. Yeah.
Group of people.
Group of players, right? Group of
Yes.
members or group of players? Very good, very good. So group of players is called a team. And every every item has a team, right? All the sports have a team. Cricket has a team, football has a team, hockey has a team, okay? Every team will have a certain number of players as well. So a team is a group of players of a sport, of a particular sport. So team is therefore a collective noun. So the Indian hockey team played well in the last World Cup. So team is a collective noun here. Okay. Next is an army safeguards the country. So what is an army? Group of people who protect our country, group of officials who protect our country is called an army, right? Is there any other definition?
Group of soldiers.
Group of soldiers, exactly. Very good, very good. Group of soldiers, that is the correct definition. Group of soldiers is called an army. So an army safeguards the country. An army is a collective noun. Very good. Next is a herd of elephants. Elephants, group of elephants is called a herd. Yane Kutam, a herd of elephants. Okay. So a herd of elephants destroyed the crops. What is meant by destroyed? Destroy. It is to spoil something. Yes. So destroyed the crops. Similarly, a swarm of bees. Bee is like it can be honey bee. Either it can be normal bee or honey bee. Or whatever type it may be, we call it a swarm. A collection of bees is called a swarm. So a swarm of bees drove the travelers out of the forest. Drove is the past tense of drive. So a swarm of bees drove the travelers out of the forest. So these are some examples. Similarly, we have a long list of examples. I will just read it for you. An album of photographs, a drove of cattle, a flight of birds. Adekalam sir, you can switch off the mic. Yeah, thank you. A drove of cattle. Cattle is equal to cows. Cows and oxes together are called cattle. Okay. A flight of birds. Group of birds is called a flight. A galaxy of stars. Group of stars is called a galaxy. A litter of pigs or puppies. Group of pigs or puppies is called a litter. L-I-T-T-E-R, not L-I-T-R-E, that litter. 1 liter, 2 liter, not that one. This is litter, L-I-T-T-E-R. An orchestra of musicians. A set of tools. An assembly of people. If 100 people gather on the road, imagine, we can call them an assembly or a mob or a public, right? A clutch of eggs, a fleet of ships, a gang of burglars, a jury of judges, a herd of goats, a suit of rooms. Herd is used with elephants and goats also. Okay. ஆடன் கூட்டம், that is also called a herd of goats. Okay, so let me tell you, who are burglars? Yes, burglars. Burglars, robbers, or thieves. Thieves, okay? So you can call a gang of thieves or a gang of burglars or a gang of robbers. All three are correct. Then a jury of judges. So here you can see there are two judges. That is, a jury of judges is one example. In the next screen you can see a bench of judges. So what is the difference between a jury of judges and a bench of judges? Can somebody answer this? Anyone can come forward and try to answer. A jury of judges and a bench of judges. Both are talking about judges. Both are representing judges only. But what is the difference between these judges? These two judges are not same. No idea? Nane sollanuma? Okay. So jury of judges means, like you would have seen in reality shows on TV. there will be competitions and there will be people to judge the contestant, right? We call them judges. For example, in a musical reality show, there will be many singers as judges. So, a jury of judges means a panel of judges who are sitting to evaluate the contestant and provide them the marks. So, and the judges we call a jury of judges. If there is a dance competition, there will be 2 or 3 dancers sitting and they will be giving marks to the contestant. Okay. So, these people are called a jury of judges. Whereas when it comes to a bench of judges, this is talking about the original judge who works in a court. Courtla work பண்ற judges. There will be judges, legal judges. Okay. So this is something different. Those who look after the law and order. So that judge is different from this judge. Okay. Those who work for the justice is called a bench of judges. Got it? This is the difference between a jury of judges and a bench of judges. Okay. So now we shall see some more examples. A battalion of soldiers. We can also say an army of soldiers. A block of flats. A bouquet of roses. A colony of ants. A bunch of bananas. A constellation of stars. A bench of judges. A board of examiners. People who evaluate the answer papers of the students are called examiners. So a board of examiners. A brood of chickens. A bundle of sticks. A crew of sailors, and a chain of events. Imagine that a lot of events happen one after the other. If so many events happen, then we can say that there is a chain of events happening in my house or a chain of events happening in the office. Imagine each day there is some new event happening. Okay, one day it was Independence Day celebration, the next day it was Sri Krishna Jayanti, then again it came the Vinayaka Chaturthi. So if a lot of events take place, you can say our company is celebrating a chain of events. Okay. So next we are moving to material nouns. What are materials? Things, right? Materials are nothing but things. So material nouns are names of materials or substances used for making things. And remember, while most common nouns are countable, material nouns are uncountable. This is very important. Materials are things, but we don't consider countable nouns under material nouns. Only uncountable nouns are considered as material nouns. Countable nouns come under common nouns that we studied earlier. So material nouns are commonly uncountable. Basically they are uncountable. For example, water, iron, steel, sugar, wood, salt, etc. Can we count these things? Can we count water or iron or steel or sugar or wood? Not possible, right? We can only measure the amount of water, the amount of sugar. Similarly, we can only weigh the amount of iron, steel, wood, etc. But we cannot count them. Enna mudiyadu, right? So that is why they are called material nouns. Okay. So these are some list of material nouns, and I have given countable and uncountable nouns. Just look at the uncountable nouns alone. Water, milk, oil, rice, salt, sugar, metals, wood. These are the common uncountable nouns used in our daily life. Alright, now moving to the fifth type of noun, abstract nouns. Abstract noun is totally different from what we studied till now. Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun are all those that can be perceived by our senses. For example, you can see a proper noun, you can see a common noun, you can see a collective noun, you can see a material noun. Similarly, you can feel it, you can hear, you can touch, you can smell, you can taste. For example, sugar, salt and all you can taste. When it comes to chocolates, that is a common noun, countable, you can taste. But when it comes to abstract nouns, you cannot see, listen, touch, taste or smell. Abstract nouns can be perceived only through feelings. Only through intelligence or intellectual ability you can perceive them. So they are the names of qualities, emotions, ideas, actions, feelings or conditions that can be perceived only by intellectual ability. For example, pride, love, ability, honesty, wisdom, anger, democracy, motherhood, etc. Pride means to be proud of something, to be very proud of something. So that is actually a quality. Sometimes it's a positive quality. If it is limited, fine, it's a positive quality. For example, if you tell I am proud of my husband, or I am proud of my daughter, or I am proud of my son, that's fine. Like every parent will be proud of their children. But if it exceeds the limit, then it becomes a negative quality, right? So pride is a quality. Love is an emotion. Ability to do something, your capacity to do something, your capability, that is again a quality. Honesty, to be truthful, right? Honesty means to be truthful, that is a quality. Wisdom, to be wise and intelligent, wisdom is a quality. Anger, it's a negative quality. Then democracy is an idea. It is an idea derived by the people, for the people and of the people. Democracy is an idea. Motherhood, womanhood, all these are some ideas. So can these emotions or qualities or ideas be seen? Can we see them, or listen, or touch them, or taste or smell them? Not possible, right? So we can perceive these abstract nouns only through the intellectual ability. That is why they are called abstract nouns. Okay, so let's check. Abstract nouns can be again divided into two, as attributive nouns and verbal nouns. Attributive and verbal. Let's see what is meant by attributive and what is meant by verbal. Abstract nouns formed from adjectives and common nouns are called attributive nouns. So, firstly, you have to understand that abstract nouns can be derived from both adjectives, common nouns, and verbs also. அதானது நவுனே நமக்கு வந்து வேற ஒரு காமன் நவுன்லேருந்து இல்லைனா அட்ஜெக்டிவ்ஸ்லேருந்து இல்லைனா வேர்ப்ஸ்லேருந்து டிரைவ் பண்ணலாம். We can form it, we can derive it. So the nouns that can be formed from adjectives and common nouns are called attributive nouns. For example, you can see examples for attributive nouns from adjectives. Adjectives are what? Describing words. Beautiful, you are looking beautiful, he is looking handsome, tall, small, big, small, tall, short, easy, difficult. These are called adjectives, any kind of describing word. So you can see some examples for attributive nouns from adjectives are given here. Kindness. Kindness is a quality. It is derived from the adjective kind. Kind is an adjective. It is from this adjective that you are getting the noun kindness. So kindness becomes a noun. Next is intelligence. Intelligence is derived from intelligent. For example, if I tell Priya is intelligent, so intelligent is an adjective. From this adjective, you are getting the noun intelligence. Similarly, wisdom. From wisdom is got from the word wise. Wise means again, it is a synonym for intelligent. So wise is an adjective and wisdom is a noun. So kindness, intelligence, wisdom, all these are attributive nouns. Honesty. Similarly, honesty is derived from honest. Honest is an adjective. It is from that you get honesty. That is an attributive noun. It is a quality, right? Okay. Similarly, anger. Anger is obtained from the word angry. Angry means adjective. From that you get the noun anger. Alright. Now moving to examples for attributive nouns from common nouns. Common nouns லேந்து எப்படி இந்த attributive nouns form பண்ணலாம்? We have two examples. One is neighborhood and freedom. Neighborhood is derived from the noun called neighbor. Neighbor is a common noun, right? Neighbor, man, woman, children, girl, boy, neighbor, all these are common nouns. So from the word neighbor you are getting neighborhood. Similarly, from mother you can write motherhood. From woman you can write womanhood. These are all attributive nouns. Freedom is derived from the word free. From free you are getting freedom. Just you are adding dom, D-O-M. Okay, this is how attributive nouns are formed from adjectives and common nouns. Now let's check what are verbal nouns. Abstract nouns are two types. One is attributive nouns that we discussed. The second type is verbal nouns. This is the last type of noun. Okay. Abstract nouns derived from verbs indicating action, condition or state are called verbal nouns. So any noun that is obtained from an action, that is mainly a verb, or a state of being or condition is called a verbal noun. Commonly suffixes like NESS, DOM, EE, HWOD, SHIP, ENCE, ANCE, SION, TY, etc. are used to create attributive nouns. So these are all suffixes. Suffix means it is a small extra fitting. It is a small extra fitting that comes after a word. After a word, for example, in the word freedom, freeலேருந்து தான் freedom வந்தது. Okay, so freedom, the name of your company, freedom. So freedom அப்படிங்கிறது freeலேருந்து வந்தது. So how you are getting freedom from free? You are just adding DOM, dumb. So that dumb is called a suffix. Similarly, you are getting kindness from kind. So along with kind, you are adding NESS. So NESS is a suffix. So suffix means an extra fitting that is added after a word. If you are adding a word before the word, if you are adding some extra fitting before the word, then it is called a prefix. For example, limited, unlimited, responsibility, irresponsibility, capability, incapability. So in, ir, un, all these are called prefixes. Okay. Agree, disagree, honesty, dishonesty. So that அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து that is a prefix. So generally suffixes are used to create these attributive nouns and verbal nouns. So for example, action. Action is derived from the word act. Act is a verb. From that you are getting action. Knowledge. Knowledge is derived from know. Know is a verb. To know something. From know you are getting knowledge. Prevention. Prevention is derived from prevent. Prevent means to stop something from happening. To prevent coronavirus, we all were vaccinated, right? So to prevent the growth of the virus, to prevent the attack of the virus. So from prevent, you are getting prevention. Similarly, protection is derived from protect. From protect, you are getting protection. All right. So now we have some list of words. From king, you get kingdom. From neighbor, you get neighborhood. From sovereign, you get sovereignty. From independent, you get independence. From free, you get freedom. From bold, you get boldness. From trust, you get trustee. From employee, you get employee or employer. From bright, you get brightness. From scholar, scholarship. From magnificent, magnificence. Magnificent means something which is very big and attractive. Okay, imagine if I am telling it was a magnificent performance, means it was a large and beautiful performance. Okay, mind-blowing performance. From arrogant, you get arrogance. Arrogant means to be very irritating, like a behavior that people dislike, okay, which irritates the people. Okay, so from arrogant, you get arrogance. From approve, you get approval. From agree, agreement. Accept, acceptance. Achieve, achievement. Arrive, arrival. Appear, appearance. Abolish, abolition. Abolish means to ban something. Ban something. For example, one famous freedom fighter, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he abolished child marriage in the 19th century, if I am not wrong. He abolished child marriage. Child marriage and sati. There was a system called sati, in which the wife will also fall into the funeral of the husband if he dies. If the husband dies, the wife should also fall into that same funeral, and she must also commit suicide. So this practice was abolished by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So abolish means to ban something. Our government abolished plastic bags, right? Yes, ban பண்றது. From invade, you get invasion. Invasion is a kind of கொள்ளையடிக்கிறது. Okay, to enter some place and steal the things, steal the treasure from that country. Invade, invasion. Locate. So what do you get from locate? Survive and treat. Can somebody come forward and tell? From locate, What you will get from survive and from treat. Anyone can come forward. Yes, Amrita, can you try? Yes, Amrita. Hi, how are you, Amrita?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank
Very
you.
good. Yeah,
Yeah. Location.
good. Yeah.
Survive, survival,
Hmm.
and treatment.
Excellent. Good. Okay, so this is how attributive nouns and verbal nouns are formed. Okay, so thank you, Amrita. So this is an assignment for you. You can try doing this. I will send the screenshot in the group, or I will send the entire PDF. Try finding the proper attributive nouns and verbal nouns. Okay, you will get proper nouns from these words. Okay, so this is a homework for you. Also, there is one more homework. Find out the proper and common nouns from the following. There are 9 sentences here. What you have to do, you should underline the proper noun and common nouns. What you can do, you can underline the proper noun and circle the proper noun, so that you can identify which is common and which is proper. Okay, take out a notebook and write these questions and do it. Got it? Okay, so with this we have completed nouns. Okay, so a small topic under nouns is singular and plural. Okay, how to write the plural nouns? Like, many people have confusion when using singular and plural nouns in their conversation. Okay, like many students, I think even in our freedom class, some people used to say children's. Instead of children, they used to say children's, right? So it is to avoid that confusion, I thought of including this also. Okay, so we have a set of words here: man, woman, boy, cry, child, bus, box, and calves. I have also given the plural on the right side. Man becomes men, woman becomes women, boy becomes boys, cry becomes cries, child becomes children, bus becomes buses, box becomes boxes, and calf becomes calves. Okay, so singular means one and plural means many. Okay, so when you're pronouncing the word woman, 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 you can call it woman. And if it is plural, WOMEN, it is women, woman and women. Okay, similarly, child is singular. If you are having one daughter or one son, then you can say, I have a child, or my child is going to school, like that. If you have more than one child, then you can tell, my children are going to school, not children's. My children are going to school. I have 2 children, or I have 3 children, likewise. Next is calf. Calf is nothing but kannukutti, the little one of cow. Calf, the plural is calves. Okay. So, how to write the plural form of the nouns? There are some rules that we have to know. A singular noun refers to a single subject, single object, and plural nouns are nouns that refer to more than one person, place, or thing. And for some of the most common nouns, to get the plural form, we need to add s. Okay, this is a common rule. To get the plural form of a word, we add s or es. So first we are going to look at s. How to add s to some nouns to get their plural forms. For example, bottle becomes bottles, cup becomes cups, pencil becomes pencils, desk becomes desks, sticker becomes stickers, window becomes windows, and tree becomes trees. So what are you doing here? Simply adding an s to get the plural form. Right. Now let's see. For some nouns, we have to add es. So for nouns that end in ch, x, s, ss or sh, then you have to add es. So for the words that end in ch, x, s, ss or sh sounds, you have to add es. For example, watch, watches, es is added. Match, matches. Catch, catches. Next is x, words ending in x. Box, boxes. Fox, foxes. Then words ending in s. Bus, buses. Next is double s. Boss, bosses. Pass, passes. Moss, mosses. Moss is like that green color plant that grows on wet areas. பாசி பிடிக்கிறது சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, that is called moss. Okay. Next is bush, bushes. It ends in sh. Bush, bushes. And kiss, kisses. It ends in ss. Right? So for words ending in ch, x, ss, sh or s sounds, you can add es to get the plural forms. Right? Now moving to, for nouns ending in fp or f. There are words that end with f or fp. Such nouns can be changed to plurals by first taking away the f. You should first cut the f and write it as v and then add es. So for nouns, excuse me, for nouns ending in f or fe, you have to change f to v and add es. Examples are like wolf, wolves, shelf, shelves, leaf, leaves, loaf, loaves, knife, knives, wife, wives, life, lives, and half, halves. All the words are having f. So you are just taking that f and writing v in the place of f, and you are writing es. Then you get the plural forms. Alright. Now moving to some nouns ending in o. Nouns that end in o, they does not have a definite rule. Nouns ending in o doesn't have a definite rule. For example, potato, potatoes. Tomato, tomatoes. Mango, mangoes. Cello, cello. Cello is a musical instrument. Okay. Logo, logos. So some words that ends in s like mango, cello and logo, you are just adding s. But for words like potato, tomato and mango, you are adding es. So there is no particular rule for that. There is no particular rule for that. Okay. And then the last one is nouns ending in y. So there are words which end in y. Some words end in y, right? So how to change them into plural? For example, the words like boy, toy, etc. can be made into plural by just adding an s. Boy becomes boys, toy becomes toys. But when it comes to words like cry, baby, lady, city, etc., y becomes ies. So what is the difference between these boys, toys and cries, babies, ladies, etc.? There is a rule here. Nouns ending in y can be changed into plural in two ways. If the letter before y is a vowel, just add s to form the plural word. And if the letter before y is a consonant, change the y to I and add es. So in the word boy, y க்கு முன்னாடி வர letter வந்து o. So o is a vowel. So y க்கு முன்னாடி vowels வந்ததுன்னா, you just need to add s to form the plurals. Whereas baby அப்படிங்கும்போது y க்கு முன்னாடி வருது b. b is a consonant. It's not a vowel. So consonants வந்ததுன்னா, to make the plural, you have to change y into ies. This is the fundamental rule. Clear? So likewise, we get cry, cries, lady, ladies, city, cities, etc. Okay. Next is some nouns having different plural forms. For example, child, children, man, men, woman, women, person, people, mouse, mice, goose, geese, foot, feet, and tooth, teeth. All these nouns have different plural forms. We cannot add s or es or ves. And one last category. A few nouns have the same singular and plural forms. There are some nouns which have same singular and plural. For example, deer, deer. Deer is man. Man, மான்கள்னு சொன்னா தமிழ்ல நம்ம சொல்லலாம், but in English it is deer, deer only. Similarly, sheep, sheep. Fish, fish. There are different fish in my house. We can't say there are different fishes in my house. Next is news, news. No newses, only singular. News, news. Fees, fees. Police, police. Series, series. Species, species. government, government. Information, information. We don't say informations. Information is the correct one. Similarly, faculty, faculty. No faculties. Okay, similarly, confusion, confusion. No confusions, not confusions. Okay. So we have completed singular and plural nouns, and that last category is possessive nouns. We have 5 more minutes. I will quickly cover this topic. Possessive nouns are used to indicate ownership or possession. For example, if Amrita has a bike, then she can say that I own a bike or I possess a bike. If Monisha has a car, then she can tell I own a car or I have a car. If Satish Kumar has a scooter, then he can tell that I own a scooter or I have a scooter. So possessive nouns are used to indicate an ownership, any kind of ownership. And there are some examples here. John's book, Kerry's car, grandma's mirror. So it is to show the possession that you are writing John and apostrophe S. Similarly, Kerry apostrophe S and grandma apostrophe S. So possessive nouns are usually formed by adding an apostrophe and S. Okay. Now, if the noun is plural, imagine if the noun is plural, like John, Kerry, grandma and all are singular. But when a noun is plural that ends in S, just add an apostrophe alone. For example, kids, parents, teachers, these are all plurals. So if the word is already a plural, you just have to add one apostrophe alone. No need to again write S. So the kids' toys, my parents' house, the teacher's lounge. Just one apostrophe is enough. Then next is, if two people own one thing, that is if two people have the same thing, then add an apostrophe and S to the second person only. For example, John and Mary's house. Imagine John and Mary are husband and wife. Both of them are in the same house only. But to show that it is John and Mary's house, you are writing John and Mary's house. Add apostrophe S to the second person. Next is Anton and Aaron's school. Both are studying in the same school only. That's why we are adding apostrophe S only to the second person. David and Sarah's wedding. Tom and Tony's house. Okay, so only with the second person you are adding apostrophe and a S. And the last category is if two people own different things, then add apostrophe and S for each person. For example, Susan's and Surat's books. If Susan's book is different from Surat's book, then you can tell Susan's and Surat's books. But if both of them own the same book, then you can write Susan and Surat's books. Just adding apostrophe S only to the second person. But here both of them are having different books. Similarly, Ben's and Jim's offices. Here Ben's office is different, Jim's office is also different. That is why we are adding apostrophe S to both of them. Okay, so these are the 4 types of possessive nouns. Adding S to singular nouns, then adding only apostrophe to the plural nouns. These are the first 2 types. Then adding apostrophe S only to the second name if 2 people own the same thing, and if 2 people own different things, then you have to add apostrophe S to both the nouns. Okay, with this we have completed the topic nouns. Okay, so I hope today's class was interesting and you were able to recollect whatever you learned in your school. So is anyone having any doubts in today's session? If you are having any doubts, you can come forward. Even you can ask in Tamil also, that's not a problem. Okay.
So no doubt.
Hello?
No doubt.
No doubts. Okay, okay. Very good. Okay, fine. And what about others? It can be even a small doubt. Don't hesitate to ask. Okay, குட்டி சின்ன டவுட்டா இருக்கும் நமக்கு லைஃப்ல நாளைக்கு பெரிய ஒரு இதா இருக்காது. So சின்ன டவுட்ஸ் ஆனா கூட you can ask it. Because nobody, நான் பார்த்தேன், I thought you will be asking your doubts in the group, WhatsApp group, but இது வரைக்கும் எந்த questions வந்ததில்ல. So if you are having any doubts, you are very free to ask it. Either you can message personally. I think you are all there in the WhatsApp group, right? Are you all there in the WhatsApp group?
Yes,
Yes, all are there. Okay, so you can all access the lessons and videos, right? Are you all watching the videos? The recorded videos? Are you
no, ma'am.
watching? No. Okay, that's okay. Like it is only for those who are absent. Okay. Otherwise, if you are attending the live, that is fine. No need to watch it. But go through the lessons that I am sending. Okay. Syllabus வந்து என்ன வேணாலும் கொடுத்து பண்ணுங்க. I'm sending as a separate PDF, right? அதை மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் ரெஃபர் பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will be better. Okay. So since there are no doubts, I think we can wind up the session. So meet you on next Tuesday with a new topic. Okay. Bye. Thank you, students. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Thank you, Adekalam sir. Bye bye.
Thank you.